Eddie Ghabour is here. All right, let me have a look at different scenarios here. What happens to stocks, Eddie, if we get the 75 basis point hike that's expected and Powell comes on hawkish in his comments at 2:30? If those two things happen, what happens on the market?
We'll get a 6 to 8% pullback in very quick fashion, in my opinion, because coming into today, I think the narrative has switched where they're expecting him to maybe make a dovish tilt. And of course, if he does, it'll go the other direction. But I don't think they're going to, because again, what they're not going to admit on TV is the fact of the matter is the only way they're going to get this inflation data down is they need the job market to cool off. They need demand destruction, and they need a recession. They're not going to say that, but that's the only way we're going to get to where they're trying to get to. And so this reminds me of that Jackson Hole moment where the market ran up in the summer and he did his Jackson Hole speech, and then that killed that whole dovish tilt for everyone. So I think it's dangerous to be fully invested coming into today betting on a pivot from the Fed.
Okay, if there's any rally in the near future, you know, on the Fed's comments or whatever, if there's any rally, would you be selling it?
I would. And look, if he does make a dovish tilt today in his press conference, as some of the media tries to get him to say that, you could see another 6 to 8% move here over the next 2 to 3 weeks to the upside. And I would absolutely be selling that, because the bottom line is it doesn't matter what they say today. They cannot stop the trend of this economy slowing down and growth slowing down and the dollar staying strong. Here's what the market doesn't have priced in. Rates are going to stay higher for a longer period of time than what people expect, regardless of what they say today.
And that's the killer. That's the rally killer. That's the market killer, is it?
It really is. And look, when you hear companies like Microsoft on their earnings call, they talked about margin compression and the dollar continuing to hurt them. And those two things are not going away anytime soon. So this is why we continue to say that I think the best buying opportunities in the equity markets are going to be in the first quarter next year, going into the second quarter. Because if we rally here, we will test new lows before we hit new highs in either scenario, in my opinion.
All right, we'll just have to wait for the new year. Thanks very much, Eddie Ghabour. See you again soon.